Look, at the beginning of the season, of course, experts predicted the Orangefield Bobcats to win District 10 3A Division 1, while the Anahauc Panthers, well, they claimed that they would finish the fourth and final playoff spot. A win tonight by Anahauc would have them sitting really nice in the standings, while a loss by the Bobcats would put them behind the 8-ball and make things a little difficult with 4 games left to play. Could Orangefield exploit an Anahauc defense that has been very shaky this season? Panthers giving up an average of 40 points per game. Bobcats, they are going to go to work early on. Well, as you see here, as the Anahauc Panthers go ahead and get out. And of course, it's homecoming. Orangefield looking to make a big statement tonight, and they certainly did. Carson Gonzalez on offense, hands off to the Lamar commit Mason Manning. Gets shot out of a cannon, 40 yards on that touchdown, 7-zip. Back come Anahauc. Brayton Such hands off to Darius Richardson. The game is tied now at 7. Well, here come the Bobcat offense. Carson Gonzalez, Kyron Morrow. Nice pitch and catch right there. 68 yards on the completion. Getting down at the end. How about that? That's a touchdown for the Bobcats. And here back comes Anahauc. Such. Deep shot to Darian Williams there. They're like trading back and forth. Then Gonzalez hands off to Mason Manning. He walks in for the touchdown. Oh, let's go back to the Panthers because it's Oscar Garza. He's coming in your living room for the touchdown. Let's go back to Orangefield. Mason Manning. It's like Tecmo Super Bowl back in the 90s here in Nintendo. But guess what, though? It was all Bobcats in this one, especially in the second half. They cruised 49-14. They improved to 4-2 overall, 1-1 in district play. Let's head out to Spencer Plato, who joins us live from FL McLean Stadium. And Spencer, of course, Orangefield, look, they stepped on the gas and never looked back in the second half as they picked up their first district win of the season.
That's right, Nick. I'm at the FL McLean Stadium in Orangefield, where a district matchup between the Anahauc Panthers and the Orangefield Bobcats took the center stage in just the second week of district play. And it was a big game for Orangefield because not only was it their homecoming game, they were in search of their first district win in just the second week of district. But what started out a shootout battle between the two teams ended in a huge victory for the Bobcats. It was a back and forth game for the first half. It really was a game of whose defense could create those turnovers and whose offense could utilize those turnovers. The Bobcats took the game with a 49-14 win over the Panthers. This win makes the Bobcats 1-1 in district play during just the second week. And last week they dropped their first district matchup against Hardin. So the stakes were high tonight, hoping to not start district play being 0-2. But it was a standout game for Mason Manning, with the Bobcats scoring a majority of their touchdowns, which is 4 in the first half. And I think I've heard his name about 50 times tonight over the intercom. And after the first half, it was just a steamroll over the Panthers, not allowing them to score at all. Now the Panthers are now 1-1 in district play after tonight's game, and it is still early in district play, so standings will continue to fluctuate. But this was the time when games start to really matter in district, and the win over the Panthers, again 49-14, is in the books. But Orangefield turns the page to week 3 of district play, hitting the road to Cold Spring Oakhurst. But for now, at McLean Field for 409 Sports Blitz, Spencer Plato, back to you guys in the studio.
All right, awesome job, Spencer. Of course, Mason Manning, one of the best running backs in Southeast Texas. You're going to be hearing his name over and over again, especially next year at Lamar. So good job. Be careful on the way back home.